What's one piece of advice you would give your younger self about chasing dreams or handling change? I feel like you really need to protect your vision. Not everybody is going to be able to see or understand what you're wanting to pursue and achieve. I remember being really young and having all these dreams, and like your family, your teachers, like the people around you who are like your biggest supporters, sometimes like they won't understand, and that's okay. And you have to just like follow that feeling inside and remember that anything is possible. And if you believe it can happen, then it can easily happen. And there's going to be people that will try to like convince you out of what you want to do, and can try to like have you shrink your dream into something smaller and like more digestible or whatever. But like, don't listen to them, and be relentless, and don't take no for an answer. Handling change, just look at it as like a new adventure, and being able to adapt to different things. And change is hard, but you have to just be a student. Look at it as like a learning experience. The more you learn, the more you grow, the stronger you get, the smarter you get. Handle change as like the ability for you to grow and to get stronger, and like to be more equipped. How did your transition from being a Division 1 athlete to exploring fashion and creativity shape who you are now? I don't know. I feel like when the day that I was going to be done track and done college, when that day started creeping closer and closer, I don't know. Actually, wait, let me think. I've just always kind of had this itch towards fashion. I've always wanted to elevate my style, because as an athlete I was always just wearing sweatpants or like my like athletic gear, which I was really blessed to have. But I just feel like people who were really fashion forward, they just had this energy that I liked. I don't know, I just felt like with my creativity, it's kind of instinctual. I just do what I feel like I'm vibing with at the moment. I'm still trying to understand my creativity, but like right now my main outlet is definitely like video and pictures and like speaking and talking. I've always been around people who had really good fashion sense, but I never really like understood it, and I didn't understand like proportions and the way things are supposed to fit and different fabrics. Like, I had an interest towards it, but like my understanding versus where I wanted to be was so big. So I feel like for the longest time it felt really hard for me to close the gap. And then one day I don't know, I was just like struck with like inspiration, and then I literally went on YouTube and I was just like, how do you get into fashion? And then from there I just studied fashion like on the internet and like on YouTube, and I just became a nerd about it. And then I realized that like it's something that I really like, and it goes so deep, and it's just really interesting to me. And then I don't know, I'm just like following my intuition, I guess. How do you approach finding your personal style in both fashion and life? I just like sit myself down and like look back, and I try to like rediscover things that I used to like when I was younger, or like I'll just look back into like my family history, or I'll just get curious about what was popular around the time that I was younger, and then I'll kind of like rediscover things through there. Like it's kind of like I'm like doing research on myself, or like I don't know, you kind of have to experiment a little bit. you just have to like experiment to a certain degree. And in terms of like finding your personal style, I feel like you have to look bad. You have to be okay with like looking kind of bad. You have to take risks and just kind of like let yourself be free. I feel like for me, like every day when I get ready to go out, I just like go based off like how I feel and like what I feel like wearing that day. And then I try not to like overthink about if this goes with this or this goes with this. I try to pick mostly what I just want to wear. That is kind of like how I'm going about it these days, because I'm trying to just like not really care. I think the number one thing that I think about is just like proportions and like what I want the proportion to look like. Because for me, I usually within like the past few years, I really like smaller top, big pants or big bottoms. And I don't know, I find inspiration from people that like I don't know, it's just kind of like lifestyle and like things that you like to watch or like listen to. Like, have you ever like watched a movie or a TV show and you're just like obsessed with like the main character? I feel like that is where you can find like really good inspiration. My personal style in real life, yeah, I just look at what I was interested in when I was younger. So, and you just kind of like lean into that. Like, what shows did you watch when you're younger? What did you eat when you were younger? Um, what music did you listen to? Like, what did you like? How did you spend your time? For me, I really liked anime. I loved to eat like macaroni and cheese and like grilled cheese and like instant ramen. I spent a lot of time on the internet, so I would watch like a lot of like my old favorite YouTubers. I know I liked Pokemon, so like I would play Pokemon Go sometimes. I don't know, you just have to like reconnect. You just have to reconnect with yourself. What inspired you to start creating content, and how has that inspiration changed over time? My first initial form of inspiration when making content was I was in my last year of college and I knew that I was really going to miss those moments. So I wanted to document it. I wanted to just like document like the last moments I had as a Division 1 athlete and like with my teammates and like my lifestyle, because I knew that I was going to want to like look back at it. And then when I finally finished college, I went on like this traveling spree like with my friends, and so I kind of continue that same stream of inspiration, and like I just want to like document the memory again. And then I think that has like been really more like consistent with why I keep making videos in the first place, because I just really like documenting things and like having memories. But I think these days I've been trying to communicate who I am a little bit more, but like in more subtle ways, like in the way that I edit and like in my music choice and like in what I choose to show, and just being a little bit more intentional with things, I guess. But at the same time, like that kind of like also triggers me to like overthink. So I'm really just trying to like detach from the things that I make and just continue to like make it and like learn as I go. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm trying to really work through this like perfectionist mindset that I have, and like detach from the things that I make, and like not being scared to like put myself out there and just like post things. Yeah, and just being perceived, you know. I feel like I'll put in a lot of work into something, and then when I get complimented on it, I like feel like weird. I like feel weird inside. Like, I don't know, like I feel weird to like take up space and accept the compliment. And like that's been a little bit alarming for me these days, because I'm kind of just like, yo, like it's okay, like accept the compliment. Like you work so hard, like be proud. So I'm kind of like sketched out and I'm like trying to just like be okay with like, because like I really am that girl. I've always been that girl, and like I don't want to forget that. I don't want to forget that, and I feel like I'm kind of forgetting that. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna like post this video and like tell no one about it. Like I've been kind of liking that, like just like I kind of just like doing things and telling no one about it, and they go on my page and then they see it and they're like, oh, Kat, you just like did that. And I'll just be like, yeah, like unexpectedly doing it, like hashtag no pressure. If you're watching this, I love you so much, and if you're watching this, you should comment something so I know that you're watching this, because it's like so encouraging when someone engages with your video. Like I want to feel that connection, because I feel like I have a lot to give, but I just get scared of like giving it for some reason. So if you're at the end of this video, I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm editing another vlog right now, but I was just like in a yappy mood, so I made this video. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.